froze. I couldn't get out of it. It froze. It just kept freezing. What's that about, right? Whatever, YouTube. Whatever. Yeah, my energy. Yeah, it's a second try. I'm so sorry. No, the phone rang and I put it on, you know, whatever. What do you call it when you do that? You put it on delete. And then, of course, they phone me on the other phone. And I'm like, did somebody die? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well then I'm filming if nobody died. Yeah, we're back to Scorpios on this. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so DMX, dude, was December 18th. See? Probably had a lot of Capricorn 1970. Let's see if we can pull his chart up. Hi, you guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I'm back. It's terrible. Yes, Beth Chapman. I don't even know what to say with her. Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, hell. I mean, Canada. Let's see. I do well with Scorpio women if they are high vibration. Yeah, you know, everybody in my life has Scorpio, but I usually get, yes, I'm here. I usually get the Aries, Sun, Moon, whatever, and then Scorpio. Steve Austin, okay, December 18th, Doodleberry's birthday. Everybody's my Dewey's birthday. My sweet Dewey. Anyhow, yeah, so there, let's look him up. Maybe that's what froze the energy. Has he died yet? Has he died? Yes, it's possible to be pure Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm triple Leo, so yeah, and Mercury. Overdose. He hasn't died yet, so that's probably what's freezing the energy. Yeah, let's see his update. Now I'm going to look at his chart. No, I don't think he did die. But when you overdose, like if you fuck your brain up, like brain dead, there you go. It's, yeah, you have a stroke. I mean, if he's doing the, you know, smoking the crack pipe or whatever the fuck he does. Let's see, with a prayer vigil. His name is Earl Simmons. Yes, we know that. DM, long-time New York lawyer base, said the rapper was still on life support. Yeah, the life support, we need to probably let him go. It was a drug overdose, right? It was a drug overdose. 50 years old. Okay. Hello. Just a note to those that think they can keep doing drugs. Does it make you sad if you're, wait, I didn't get that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yep, and his heart stopped. Of course. You cannot do drugs, y'all. Look at this. Now I'm getting another fucking phone call. I can't. Oh, God. I can't. Every fucking time. It's like ridiculous. Filming, call later. Oh, call later. Not going to do it. They're just going to keep blasting me today. It's every time I do this, they're like, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, let's look at his chart. I'm curious what his chart is. Natal chart. I think, you know, truthfully, if you're brain dead, he's 12/18. Okay, somebody says with Scorpio. See, Scorpio rising or something, I bet you. Let's see. No, they don't know the time of birth. Virgo moon. Virgo moon is very, very, very psychic. That's the first thing. Who's saying with a strong Scorpio chart? He's a Sag. Let's see what was around in that year. Because like with Keith, he was being squared by the Grand Cross with everything in Capricorn squaring. I mean, I'm sorry, conjuncting his Capricorn planets. Keithy had a stellium in Capricorn, my little Dewey. Let's see. Let's see what this chart says. Maybe somebody got his actual, like, date of birth. Okay. House system, actor, la 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 la. Okay, so he's got Saturn in Taurus retrograde. Father missing. Retrograde Taurus. Retrograde Saturn. Taurus. What do you do for money with Saturn in Taurus? Okay, so what does one do for money? But let's see the rest of this. I don't even know why. They put him at an Aries rising, but I don't know why. That would make sense, actually, to the, you know, brain dead. But Uranus in the 7th, Pluto on the 7th, Moon in the 6th in Virgo, Sun up in the 9th, Mercury in the 10th, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune, your planet of I like to do drugs while I travel in the 8th house. I like to do drugs while I travel. Neptune, Venus, I like to do sex and drugging while I travel, right? And then we got Jupiter I can't see the degrees on this. Some of these online things drive me crazy. 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 No. I'm looking here. Birth chart. Let's just look at this page here. Let's see if this person got it right. You kind of can get a feel if it's right or not. And whoever this person is, okay. Yeah, see, they moved it across to Sun on the Ascendant, double Sag, but then of course Mars, Mercury, Sun, and Venus. Okay, hold on a second here. That can't be right either. Sorry, I digress. Let me back it on up. I gotta find the right chart. Okay, we'll do astro charts. Yeah, here we go. There's his chart. I don't know if we have his time of birth. Virgo and Gemini moons get along well. Yeah, see, they put this, Saturn in the second house of Taurus. So they put him at an Aries rising. Why that is, I don't know. So it could just be their way of running it, because if I don't have the time of someone's chart, I run Sun on the Ascendant. But yeah, I mean, and now he's stuck in his body. Now he's stuck. I condemn cotton. Me too. Fuck that cotton. Especially when you're at the dentist and they put it in your mouth. I have panic attacks from that. Oh my God. Anyway. Okay. So 25 degrees Sagittarius Sun. Okay. Look, this one has his moon at 26 Leo. 26 Leo. That could be a problem. Leos are having a very bad year. Obviously, Venus is in Scorpio, Mars is in Scorpio, Jupiter's in Scorpio. Mars and Venus are in direct opposition to Saturn. So something he'd be doing sexually funky with drugs probably got him karmically slapped, right? Okay, so then he's got the North Node in Aquarius. So Saturn is coming, but it's not hitting there. He already had its Chiron return, and Neptune is a 1 degree of Sagittarius, so it's 24 degrees off his sun. So chances are he's not doing it. He recently became a deacon. So why? Oh, he recently went to God, so they took him out. I get it. AC, yeah, there you go. Wait, is he dead? He's not dead yet. I mean, they say he's brain dead, so brain dead is dead, you know. However, grandma, cool. No, he didn't actually die, but he's brain dead, which means the body is here, the lump of meat. The etheric body is floating, and then the spirit body is on the other side as it's trying to like exit. So there's some kind of a pull there. I hate it when they keep people on life support. I'm like, just like when Bobby Christina was on life support for 6 months, I'm like, you're not gonna, Neptune and drugs. Yeah, of course, Neptune's the planet, Pisces ruled planet. Yeah, well then they took him out if he prays publicly, but sometimes people pray and say all that God shit and they're terrible behind the scenes. You've run into those people, right? Yeah, I hate when they leave him on life support. Just a note to all my fans on there, should I end up in a position where I'm on life support, fucking pull the plug. All of y'all call my house and say, pull the plug on that bitch. Pull it. Let's see, the lawyer said he's breathing on his own. Oh my God, is he? Yeah, I'm pretty, yeah, they say they believe in God, but here's the thing. You believe in God, but who is your God? Yeah, Jason won't listen to anyone. What a pain in the butt. Pain in the ass that kid is. Oh my God, pain in the ass. Okay, ass. All right, I said it. Sun, Neptune, and Scorpio. Lucky I can't afford drugs. Those fucking drugs are too expensive. I have Sun square Neptune, so I'm not the drug addict, but every man in my life is the fucking drug addict. All of them all like be doing the drugs and justifying it. Sun square Neptune. Neptune and Scorpio, Sun and Leo. We're going to do our drugs and we're going to go into the outer realms outside of the body, right? Sun, Neptune conjunct in Aquarius. Interesting. By degrees, Saturn will be coming up soon on that. Came out and said, oh, he misspoke. Did the lawyer come out and say he misspoke? Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking gorgeous. I've had a rotten day. I had a rotten yesterday. Yeah, Jason's just a cranky Jason. You know how crabs are? They're like this. They're little crabby hands, Mr. Krabby. Yeah, no, it's pretty crap. I woke up this morning, I'd take 5 naps or something, and then I had to spend hours on the phone straightening out stuff. No, why do people ask if I've lost weight? That's so insulting. No, I haven't lost weight. It's not a good thing because you're looking at my face. So what you're saying is I look like a sick patient when you ask if I've lost weight in my face. That's what you're saying. No, my face is just skinny. That's all. Yeah, Jason's just Mr. Krabby. Mr. Krabby. Okay. Yes, I got the bracelets. Let's see. I'm December 19th. Yes, I've got the obsidian heart. In fact, it's right over there on my, can you see it? Barbara, look. I put my, the mess over here. I put my crystals down by Marilyn over there. The obsidian heart is over there. And I have the obsidian bracelet in the bathroom. He didn't overdose. He's been clean for a year. I said, well, I'm sure they're trying to kill his ass. Maybe they choked him, right? Possibly. Speaking, yeah, I could do another video on Chester. Beautiful, Barbara. Thank you so much. Yeah, Jason's a lot of things. We're all grieving, by the way. That doesn't mean I can go punch out the neighbor, right? No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, Frances Farmer, right? Oh my God. I love Frances Farmer, but her whole life terrifies me. Her whole life terrifies me. Yeah, check your bones. Or wait, check bones. So yeah, that's not nice. Yeah, not like. Yeah, no, this is just cheekbones. Yeah, everybody's always like, my whole life. Oh my God, look at your face. They always critique it. It's like, go fuck yourself with my face. I know this person didn't mean it, but they always fucking do that. Oh, have you lost weight? You look a little bit thinner. I'm always going to look thinner when I cut my hair because I have a very angular face. This is my face. No, it's not good. Actually, I don't know if it's good to have a thin face because I think when you have a full face, you don't look old quick, if you know what I mean, right? Like, I think fatter in the face is good and my ass is really fat. So you should be loving my fucking ass because it's like huge. So last night, Jason and I are talking at dinner and he's like, my ass is so big. This is what he says. He goes, I got a big ass. He goes, I got a big ass. And I'm like, well, I don't know how that's possible. And he's like, well, when I do squats with 500 pounds, my ass gets huge. And I'm like, I used to do squats with 200 pounds. And he's like, nah. He goes, I can double that. I'm like, well, yeah, you are 28. Of course you can. And he's like, my waist is really tiny, but it's my legs and my ass. And then his father goes, you sound just like your mother. Because I can never fit into clothes because my waist is like this, my ass is like this, and my thighs are like that. And he's got the same problem, but he's a man, so it looks great on a man. On a woman, you know, they're always like, oh, look, she's thick. Who invented that word thick? Who fucking invented that word thick? I want to know the person that invented that, and then I want to slap the crap out of them. Oh my God, right? What is that? Oh, you're thick. Yeah, well, you're ugly. How about that? Oh my God, right? That we need to all hide. Yeah, I love to exercise, but yeah, I gain weight immediately. It's disgusting. It's like I got 2 different bodies. The top half, I mean, super thin up here. And then the bottom half, yeah, thick. I don't care how thick is spelled. I think it's disgusting. Oh, it's thick. Fuck off. One time some guy's like, you're fluffy. I'm like, and this is me. You're stupid. Oh no, I like fluffy. I don't care how you're insulting me, but take your fluffy and your thick and fuck off. Oh my God, right? Whatever. No, I don't know that I'm pear-shaped either. I'm not pear-shaped. I'm one of those thin waist and out. So I'm hourglass figure. I'm not pear. But yeah. No one's ever said I'm pear-shaped, but yeah, I know. Thick is rude, right? Well, fluffy, what the hell? Fat face, horrible for Zoom, right? Thick is the new fat. Yeah, PHAT still is like, hi, you're fat. Fuck you. Those are fighting words. I know, fluffy. I know. Oh, you're fluffy. Well, I can't. No one in my family calls me that. It's just passive-aggressive asshole men that you run by on a trail and then they're like, well, you know, no, I'm not soft either. I'm like in my mid 50s. So I'm definitely not soft for that compared to all the people in their families, just saying. I know it's all cringe, right? My cat, yes, cats are fluffy. Tulip was fluffy, right? Tulip was fluffy. So yeah, I don't understand the words. I don't know if Joe Biden's, yeah, soft. I don't know if Joe, voluptuous. I'm not even really voluptuous in person, which is weird. I'm actually like little in person, but not like whatever. The proportions look weird. It's so weird. You can't really tell. But if you put people by people's sides, it's different. I have friends that are like, you see us and you think that I'm taller than them, but they're like a foot taller than me. I have girlfriends that are super, super tall and girlfriends that are super, super short and girlfriends all in between. And you know what it is? It's truly genetic. It's truly genetic. I have Virgo in the first house, so that's a thin upper body, quick eyes, like Gemini. Like Gemini or Virgo in the first house is going to bring that about. DMX, unless he passed in the last hour. So I heard he was still critical condition, vegetative state. Nora, I have big bones and ankles too. Yes, sometimes it's just genetic. Thick means stacked, right? Or yeah, I know what they say it means. It's just, they've got women believing that. And I think the shit they say, I can't even. DMX, we're talking about DMX. Yeah, Leo, big butt here. I like big butts. I can't. Who likes big butts? Okay. I seriously grew up in the late 70s and 80s. So it was like, you know, I don't know, like the men were not all like buffy like that or whatever. I don't like too much muscle. I like them like angular and thin and that kind of meat body. I know it is a meat body. Yeah, Virgo moon. Well, then you will have a thinner upper body with that. Wide rib cage. Yeah, I have grasshopper legs. I like grasshopper legs, actually. That's my goal, is grasshopper legs. Or chicken legs, what they call them. Or I like my men fluffy. You're like a cat. I like to knead his mind. Like dough, I'm just thinking about that. Oh my God, I grew up in the same time. Yeah, I've always had to be, oh God, yeah. Well, my generation was no boobs and like kind of like how Cher first stepped out kind of thing. But I was you know what I realized? Okay, so I went out the other day and I looked at myself. I have no thighs, but I have a butt. It's so weird. I love that you have no thighs. I would kill not to have thighs. My thighs were good and they were very muscular at one time, but you have to keep that up and it's so whatever. But okay, no, I'm not irritated. You seem irritated. Anyway, no, I realized, so I was going out. When was I going out? Sometime. I can't remember, but I got dressed and I was like, oh my God, it's 1982 all over again. I look like I was in stub legs here. So you're shorter, longer waisted. There you go. See? Pink is definitely a dude. Well, I don't know. I'm too skinny. I love too skinny. Too skinny is good. Well, not looking skinny, but I mean, like if the body's just lean, I don't like fluffy. No fluffy. Aries, Moon, Virgo rising, and Moon really trim. Yeah, well, Aries very rarely gains weight unless they've got something like Taurus. Cancers don't gain weight. It's Pisces that gains weight. So if you've got Pisces in your chart, that's the food addiction, as in addicted to food. Okay, addicted to food, right? So like your overeaters, this can be Neptunian as well. Pisces moons, you've got Elvis with his Pisces moon. You've got Michael Jackson with his Pisces moon. Yeah, kangaroo pouch. Well, I'm carrying a kangaroo in my pouch. Yeah, my belly all of a sudden got like whatever. I'm addicted to food and I'm a Capricorn, but you probably got something in Pisces. And I'm talking real food addiction. So I was talking to a friend of mine last week and she's like, you forget I'm a food addict. And I'm like, so like, cause when I look at her, I don't see it, but the Pisces, just to teach you something, I love jelly beans. My teeth are falling out of I just ate so many jelly beans and I got Lila's over there and I may have eaten some of hers. Like who's going to give a gift basket with like half the jelly beans? Pisces moon. Yes. Pisces is a foodie. Now this can be Mercury in Pisces. This can be planets in the 12th house. This can be Pisces rising, Pisces moon, or Pisces sun. Cancer has the opposite kind of food addiction. Cancer is an emotional eater. So they will eat too much if they're emotional, or they won't eat at all. And they tend to run hot and cold with their emotions. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? To 120-pound Pisces, there you go. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, they will stop eating because they're emotionally upset. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, they will eat because it's like they're the ones that walk into a restaurant and they put their bibs on and they're like, I'm going to eat everything. It's all about the food and I got to eat all of this. Like they're consumptive, addicted food eaters kind of thing. And then there's Christy Brinkley. Yeah, I don't know what she did. What sign is Christy Brinkley? Let's look her up. I wonder if she's on the, oh my God, hold on. What the hell? Oh, so annoying. Never mind, that's paying back. Never mind, that's paying back a loan. Okay. What is a reoccurring debit? Oh, HostGator. Yeah, hosting company. Hosting CO, sorry. Okay, so what happens is, like, oh, Christy Brinkley, we were looking up her sign. Yeah, what is Christy Brinkley? Kate Moss, yeah, you know, Kate Moss, I want to say she's a Gemini, but you know what? It's been a while since I looked at her chart. Christy Brinkley, let's see what she is. She's an Aquarius. She's a Feb 2nd, 1954. She's 5'9.5", so she's one of them tall ones. She's one of them tall chicks, okay? She's tall. Let's look up Kate Moss. Kate Moss, I think, is Gemini, right? No, she's Capricorn. Well, that explains. She's 47 and she's Capricorn. So her height's 5'7", but her body, I could see where it's Capricorn. Let's see. I'm going through curves right now. I hear you. Is she a real girl? Who are we talking about? Christy Brinkley or Kate Moss? Yeah, Kate Moss to me, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, but let's look up what her rising sign is, right? I love tacos, spaghetti, and hamburgers. Well, you're a deadly combination there. You're deadly. Okay, so Kate Moss. Okay, they drew the chart for 12 p.m., so we don't really know her rising sign because it's unknown. So they got her at a Scorpio moon, Capricorn sun. She's a water ox, birth path 11. Pluto in Libra, Uranus in Libra, Neptune in Sag. And then we got Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter in Aquarius and Mars in Taurus. So she's about the material, but if she liked food, she could eat a lot. Scorpio moon. Keithy was a Scorpio moon. Yeah, I love jelly beans. I've got a problem. Yes, TI is with Tiny. I don't know about that. Pluto and Sagittarius generation. Yeah, those I got from Lucas's mom, Cindy. They're like growing out. Aren't they pretty? Cindy brought them for me. Yeah, so they're so, I thought I'd put them out there. Under Keithy, Christy Brinkley. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know about that one on the cover of People magazine. Yeah, I don't know about Ed Sheeran. He reminds me of a fat chick. Like an ugly, weird chick, right? Person creates, wait, a person does not, wait. If a person creates a persona, does the persona have its own natal chart? Oh, that's an interesting question. Thank you for that, you guys. Thank you. Yes, that's called technically a lesbian too. Wait, who's a lesbian? I'm so down on it. Okay. Yes, I like marshmallows, but if I eat them, I'll become addicted and I'll become a big fatty. For real. Like I won't stop till I like throw up. So no, I can't. I can't. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say Christy Brinkley. Okay, we're all going to get old. Let's look up Christy Brinkley's chart. She's got that nice smile. Oh, yeah, she's Aquarius, but Christy Brinkley natal chart. Natal chart. Well, look. Yeah, I got to do the TikToks. You know, it's a lot of work to TikTok. I got to put makeup on. And when I'm cranky, I'm like, I don't want to put makeup on. So, yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, let's see. So they have her as a double Aquarius, but they don't know her time of birth. And let's see what else is in there. Mercury, Venus, Sun, and Moon in Aquarius. Mars is in Scorpio. Saturn is in Scorpio. And Neptune in Libra. Pluto in Leo. She's part of that group. Uranus in Cancer. So that's very interesting. Karmic relationships with her. I'm a Libra, kind of depressed. I think, oh, you're lucky you're not eating. It's very good to be, it's not good to be depressed, but if you're going to be depressed, don't eat. Okay, so when you're asking about if you made up a persona, a person, that's called a horary chart, and that would be setting a chart up for an event. Okay, so for example, if you ask me a question about, say, a car accident or a business job, I would either set the chart for the day of the business job, what happened during the car accident, or if the event hadn't happened, I would set that up. So when you're talking about having a persona, if you call yourself Sally and you want to be Sally, right? Then we would do a chart from the moment that you decided to be Sally, right? So you would be Sally from this point right now, if that's what you decided to do. Yeah, I love the TikToks. I didn't know what to do. Yeah, so you would set a horary or a event-based chart for the event. Dawn Johnson is a lesbian. Now I'm fucking upset. I love Dawn Johnson. You know that. Anyway, yeah, now I'm upset. What do you think of, look, I've got itchy things. Oh my God, what's under here? Sunscreen again. Okay, so you can, no, you can't remake your birth chart, but if you're going to change your name, and like, let's say, okay, Cassius Clay, AKA Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali changed his name at a certain point of time when he became a Muslim. So you could do, quote, a horary chart for that time that he was no longer Cassius Clay. Obviously, the structure of the natal chart, him being born Cassius Clay, which I thought was a rocking fucking name. Like, that's such a great name, like Cassius Clay. What a fucking great name, seriously. And then he changed it to Muhammad Ali, and there's tons of Muhammads, no offense to Muhammads, but Cassius Clay was just bitchin'. But I guess they changed their name to Muhammad to honor their religion. I know, Cassius Clay is like fucking awesome. So when he changed his name, yeah, well, you can change your name legally, easily. You just change your name. It's like $185 at the court, wherever, whichever court you're in. Like, I don't know what, like if it's the same country or same city, but you just change. Yes, I did. You just change your name. Oh, Cassius Clay is fucking great. I think I'll call myself Cassius Clay. I'm now known as Cassius Clay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm Cassius Clay, damn it. Yeah, no, it's just a beautiful name, really. Cat Stevens. Yeah, Cat Stevens is fucking great. I don't know about Joan Rivers' name, but no, I haven't done a video on Joan Rivers. But when you're looking at it, also understand, when you're looking at name astrology, okay, so when you're born, you're born. That's your birth chart. I know, my Keithy video, my little do. And I did one on Facebook. I've been banned from Facebook today, so I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you, all of you, for your donations. And Stella from the last video donation. I literally have been banned from FacePage, as Bobby calls it, Facebook, because I pointed out, thank you for that. I pointed out what happened in Viva La Canada. Yeah, so with the camping order. So that's what I did. Yeah, so I did that. But what I was going to say is when you have your name, so let's say your name is Cassius Clay, there's numerology for Cassius Clay. When he changes his name to Muhammad Ali, that operates off of a different name because he starts using it. So when you take your married name and you start Bookface, there you go, your mom from England, M-U-M, mom or Canada. But so let's say your name is Sally Smith and then you married somebody named Jones, you become Sally Jones. That's a whole different numerology, okay? Yeah, I can't say that here. I'm liable to get kicked off of here. That's a whole other numerology. So there's different energies. And when you start a business, you can do a chart for it, just like the country of the United States, just like every country, every business. Anything you're trying to do, you can pull a chart. If you ask a question right now, you can pull a chart up to answer that question. So if you ask me right now, you know, am I going to get the job next Thursday? I can actually pull a chart up, base it on this time, the time that you asked the question, and give you your answer. So when you change your name, you would erect a chart for when you decide, oh, there you go, 12/18/57, Dewey's birthday. So you would do that. Face palm tree. I know, I'm getting kicked off again and again and again and again and again. I know, Cassius, I just love the name Cassius Clay, honestly. No time is recorded on my mom's birth certificate. Well, see, here's the thing, and I totally get that because I'm adopted, so I had to actually in 2001 had to phone up, and it was after, there was something else that happened in New York State. Anyway, I had to phone the guy in Toronto, and I had to literally, ask the guy to go back and do the microfiche, whatever, registers. And then he was like, well, you know, we can't really find the records. We don't really have your time, la, 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 la. And so then we were talking, and so I gave him a reading, and then he found my time. But then John found some other paperwork that makes it from 7:05 to 1:05. So that's 29 Leo rising or 14 degrees Virgo rising. So adopted people or people from countries like my friend from Beijing, Ryan, my beautiful hairdresser, that did the best blonde, just really in two studios in Beijing and LA. He would fly back and forth 4 years. And Jason took him to the airport. I told you the story. And then Jason said to me, I don't think he's coming back, Mom. We just got rid of his car. And I'm like, shit, he didn't tell me. But he told my little Jace. Anyway, the way that I would say it to you is, he didn't have a birth time because he was in Beijing or China actually when he was born, and it was 3 days before his parents went in with the birth certificate because it was a home birth, and then they have to walk, so they don't have times. Some places in the Middle East don't have times. Let's see. Yeah, you've got your time, so you know your time. I I know he left. Trust me, I'm willing to fly to Beijing for that shit. Only he's in lockdown there, and we're in lockdown here. We can't go there. They're not letting us in. But when you're adopted, I'm adopted, and now what? No, when you're adopted, I run the sun on the ascendant. So the reason I do that is because I don't know your rising sign. So yeah, you're adopted. Your name is changed. My name was changed when I was adopted. When I was 2, my name was changed. Okay, so I had a different name, and it was a different numerology. My name was legally changed when I was 2, and I legally changed it back because I got my birth records. So there's different. Now you're a combination of all things. When I lived at home under the one name, there was a different expression to my personality. This name is definitely, and this is my married name, like Bella's my married name, so it's not even my name. I'm not telling what they called me. I never say because I embarrass them. Sloan is my birth name. That is the name that my birth mother, there you are, 4:30 a.m. Yeah, see, if you know your birth time, Sloan is the birth name that my mother gave. So, yeah, I did the Watts case, I think. But anyhow, when you don't have your time of birth, what you can do when you're adopted is you can get your non-identifying information, or you can get, find out where, yeah, Bella's my married name. I married the last name Bella, and Sloan was my name. Yeah, I love Sloan, and my mom named me that. So for 2 years I was Sloan, then I was adopted, and my name was changed. Yes, astrology chart can definitely show, we were just talking about that. There's a whole way of reading sexuality in a chart, but remember, let's say you grow up in a Methodist house, right? And so bisexuality is not allowed, so you can't experiment because you won't be able to inherit the money, then you're probably not going to express that part of your sexuality, right? So it depends. So it really depends what's going on. 10 a.m. when I was born. See, 10:10. Wow, that's quick. So it really depends. But yeah, the sexuality, that's John's last name. And it's Austrian, actually. Bobby did a whole name thing on me. But hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. I meant to text you, but I have several phones. So sometimes I throw the work phone down and forget where I put it, and I'm gone. I'm gone with a phone where nobody can reach me when I'm running now, just because. Yeah, so there. Yeah, what I know. I have to have them because when I'm doing readings, which I'm not doing readings, but when I'm doing readings, that's what happens. So I know I have to call Jackie back. But I tell you, I get sidetracked on the weekend and it's insanity. So there you go. Insanity, crazy. But when you don't actually have a birth time, you're going to put the time, you're going to do a 6 a.m. chart. You're going to do sun on the ascendant. So, and you're not going to read the rising sign, but you are going to read the other aspects in the chart, which is going to give you an overall thing. But it's like looking at a person and going, I wonder really what your ethnicity is. So like they look white, but are they really white or what's in it? So, Ken and I were doing that yesterday, looking at our, DNA stuff, and hers kept changing. And then I could see certain things with her and other things. So, you do that, right? I have a grand trine in water. No, I have a grand water trine too. Grand trines are lucky aspects. Grand trines are lucky aspects. Okay, due to bad drugs in front of my brother. Oh my God. Grand trines are lucky aspects. But remember, sometimes when we're lucky, we don't think we're lucky and we don't utilize it, if that makes sense. Or we're so lucky we don't take advantage of it until we lose it, kind of thing. Since 2 days from an overdose, brain dead, lungs are being assessed. Yeah, well, if you're brain dead, I don't think you need to live, really, do you? I mean, why? I have 3 yods. You put rods, yods, yods, however it's pronounced. Yes, exactly. No, those are called fingers from God. Yeah, probably suicided, yods or yods. I never know. There are 2 schools of thoughts. I can't keep up. Just call me the illiterate astrologer. Whatever. No, in our case, Bella is Austrian. John's family's Austrian. They're from Austria. And they were musical and all of that. So let's see. I think you should do what you want to do. It doesn't matter if anything becomes lucrative as long as you like it. Everybody's worried about money. In 2 years, we're not going to have money, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. We're not going to have it. We're not going to have it. The whole world's changing. I have 2 joint. That's very nice. That's a good, strong energy. Now, wait. I have a friend named Wendy Sloan. There you go. Yeah, my Sloan, the way my mom spelt it, is backward or whatever. Whatever it is. Last name. She didn't do the E. She didn't want to do the E. I just got my monster truck broken. Oh, okay. I got hit by a monster truck and your leg's broken. Shit, I'm sorry. Oh my God. No. Jackie, what's Jackie up to? Jackie's daughter had a birthday, Aries, and I think it was the 29th of March, if I remember correctly. So it was the 29th of March. She's in Aries. Yeah, John's birthday was on Saturday. Jason's in Aries rising. Tulip was in Aries. Tulip was a March Aries. Tucker was in Aries. Tucker's birthday was yesterday. You don't know Tucker. He's my standard poodle. And then I think it's my father-in-law's birthday today. I'm the illiterate astrologer because I make up shit like saying it. No, I will never say my adopted name because the adopted family doesn't care for what I am. So, you're not going to embarrass people, and I don't really care because you can't really titanium hair. I know. That's Jason's hair's titanium. No, you don't really want to push your name and connect yourself to people who don't want to be connected to you, so I don't have to do that. I have a birth name, and my birth name is my birth name. I love poodles. I love those poodles. They're so cute, the poodles. Okay, what do you think about, I don't know. Okay, so here's what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So this week, I have never met Elvis. My neighbor actually dated Elvis, for real. Really. My cousin's secretary really dated Elvis. I know 2 people that dated Elvis. How does that happen? I'm like, what was it like? Did you put out on the first date? No, I didn't ask that. But I know 2 people that actually dated Elvis. For real. No, seriously, I really do. Okay, so here's what I'm putting into order. I think I have to talk to, I don't know what you call the person for your district, but I'm going to literally Start asking. I know, but I mean, how do you run into two people that dated Elvis? For real. I'm going to start actually asking our representative in our neighborhood, like what we're going to do if we choose not to put substances in our body. I'm trying to say this, but if we choose not to do it. So I have to ask kind of legally, legislative wise, and then I'm literally gonna hop on the bandwagon and say, yeah, I heard about it. Bobby told me that, Bob the preacher. I'm gonna try to see if we can't get some kind of signatures and get moving into religious exemption. And by religious exemption, God told me not to do it, not your particular religion, but literally God told you not to do it, because they've removed that. And, you know, I think he's still in the hospital and they won't release him, for real. No, we don't have a mayor here. Not our mayor. There's like little district people, and then you would go to the mayor. But I think it's extremely important that we start backing it up legally, because I heard of this thing. I don't know if you guys know about this channel. She's called Millennial Millie. Yes, they're all in our house are. Do you know who Millennial Millie is? Look her up on YouTube. Anyway, she had a very interesting video this morning about, it's on this phone. Anyway, she had a very interesting, I don't think it's legally there. I think we have to put it into legislation. Anyhow, she had a very interesting point. Companies like Apple or, I don't know, BMW, Best Buy, wherever, right? Companies like this are joining something called, I don't know, they're going to get their certification for health and wellness. So health and wellness means when you go into you patron their business, you're a patron of their business, that they have the right to refrain, no shoes, no shirt, no service. But they can stop you if you're not, quote, medically up to par, I guess, and they're working on electronic stuff to make sure they know that. So when you're talking about that, I think that, like, I know 6 degrees of Elvis, right? I'm like, wait, what? When you're looking at that kind of thing, though, I think you have to actually understand that we have to stand up and start saying something. I mean, seriously, know what's happening. So I'm going to go to my legislative guy. I don't know who my district is up here. I used to know, I don't know now, but I'm going to have to go there, and I'm actually going to have to ask what it is I'm going to need to do to comply with city laws in order to keep myself healthy the way that I want to be healthy, right? Like, I want to be healthy in a certain way, and it's the way that I want to be healthy. So, but see, when you say that, Carol, and I'm with you 100% without saying what I'm saying, but when you're with that, when you're of that, when they say to you, okay, so like your grandkids live in Florida and you live in Chicago, no, you can't go on a plane, right? So you can't go on a plane to see your grandkids. Are you going to acquiesce because you don't want to die without seeing your grandkids? I mean, I can't get into Canada right now. I can't see people in Canada. But are you going to acquiesce? So we who agree not to do that because we're healthy, right? She shouldn't have to. Don't. You shouldn't have to. You'll drive. No, they're going to stop it from state to state. That's what I'm saying. They're going to stop you from shopping, and they're going to stop you from state to state. So you're not going to be able to go out of your district. That's called agenda. And then I'm going to put it when you're in your 20s and 30s. Okay, put the first word with the second number and the third number without me getting busted. So you're going to, like, it just doesn't seem, I don't know. Well, they are. You say they can't. You can't go shopping now without your face covering on, can you? I mean, can you really walk in a store and if you say, no, I can't breathe, I have anxiety, I'm perfectly fucking healthy, I'm super cute, whatever, I'll give you a blowjob, do you think they fucking let you take your mask off? No, they don't. So, yes, that's right, agenda right up there. So when you're doing that, you have to understand that if we sit back, right, if we sit back, then what happens if we sit back? So, yeah, no, I know that. But see, here's the thing. It's so interesting. If you want to shop at the store, you have to do it. It's conditioning. We're lab rats. It's very unfortunate, but yeah, I know. Flying was totally fun. Remember that? I remember when I used to have an entertainer's license, and when I first moved to LA, I danced in Florida, so I flew on an entertainer's whatever for $90 a flight. Back then, okay, so 86, 87, and 88, I flew back and forth. And we used to be, sometimes there was only 3 people on the plane, and we would go up and sit with the pilot, and the pilot, no, it doesn't. But what are you going to do when they say, you can't come in here? We don't care. We don't care what you say. You're not coming in the store, right? So it's just, what are you going to say, right? Yes, it is, but they're doing it. People who own airlines, Delta, Coca-Cola, those need to be boycotted right now. Those places, when you do that, right? When you do that and you say, I run Coca-Cola, you cannot drink my drink in my store unless you comply with my rules, right? So what are you going to do? Me, they're just going to arrest me. They're probably going to arrest you too. So they do. But to sue people, you have to find lawyers willing to go against the government, willing to lose their fine. Because remember, how do they get people? We take your money away. That is how they get rid of people. We take your money away. So if I'm a lawyer and I can't get other clients, right, then I'm not going to fight you. I got kids to feed. That's always the excuse. Actually, the SS officers said the same things. They had kids to feed, right? So they justified what they did for their leader, their supreme leader, and they justified it by saying, I, had to feed my kids. So yes, boycott them all, but not everybody will. I'm so itchy. Not everybody will boycott them. They don't, okay? They don't. Just doing my job. People say it all the time. You can't expect me not to make a living. Okay, this is what I wanted to say always. Morality, okay? Morality and staying alive, because we don't ever die, really, truly. The physical form of us, but the energetic or spiritual form doesn't. But morality, if we knew we didn't die, we wouldn't allow this to happen because we wouldn't be afraid of dying. This is a death fear. And I heard an astrologer speaking 2019 December talking about the death fear of death. This is what it is. People are afraid of dying, okay? They're afraid of dying. That's what this is. If you knew you didn't die, no, there doesn't have to be balance in this lifetime. Just think about the war, World War II. Was there balance? How many people disappeared with no balance? How many people couldn't eat? How many people, now just listen to this. Back in the day, I wasn't there that I remember, but back in the day, they said, hey, you Jewish-born citizens, you guys and your neighbors, we're going to mark you Jewish-born citizens, but it's for your own good. Why the fuck are you marking me? It's for your own good. Thank you, Jennifer. It's for your own good. We're going to mark you. Okay, that's how it started. So they tattooed them, right? With numbers. That's before anything happened. This is for your health. This is for your good. When I spank you, it hurts me more than it hurts you. Bullshit, stop saying that. When you spank me, it fucking hurts me. Right? So they were tattooed with numbers. These tracking numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right, were for their own good. And their neighbors, who were not Jewish, but German, everybody German, but their neighbors said, you know what? We're going to comply because we believe it's virtuous. So we're going to be high on the hog. Our supreme leader will love us. Who fucking thinks that way? No government official loves people, right? I know you get it. I know you get it. No government official loves people. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Hates all over this tracking and fear. Exactly. No government cares for their people. They care for their pockets. That's why they're so wealthy. That's why they have so much money. So they have so much money because they care about their money. So they told these Jewish people in the 40s, you need to get a number on your skin. You need to get a number on your skin. You over there. We need you to have a number. We need to keep our eye on you. And we told your neighbors that they're going to watch you. That's how it first started. Now, what does that remind you of? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of like when I'm running up a trail. Stop! How come you don't have a on your, face, right? Exactly. What does that mean? Why do I have to have that? Why do I have to have that? Really? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys, all of you guys. Yeah, no, I know what it is, but see the people. Now, first of all, where were the people fighting in the beginning saying, you're not going to put that tattoo on my skin. I didn't ask you to do it. Why are you putting that on my skin to mark me so you can track me? And then it went to, okay, number 8642. Here we go. 1942 or 3, whatever. 1939. Okay, numbers beginning with AB 123. Will you guys line up over here? We're going to take you on a bus ride. Numbers with BC 645. Line up over there. We're going to take you over here. Guess where they all fucking end up? And nobody stops it. And I wondered how this happened. How did this happen? It's so weird. And the tattoos was sick on humanity to scare. Exactly. Oh my God. They did end up dead. Yeah. She's like dead. It's unfucking believable. And when people stand up, when others are so afraid of themselves, except, the Schindler's List guy, that guy did awesome. The actual man, and I don't know if his name was Schindler. I listened to somebody else who saved 1,100 people, and then all of his people, had kids and all of that. But if you really look at it, I'm just like, it's mind-blowing to me. And people go, that'll never happen. You know what? It will happen. I don't know if it was or not. I wasn't there. I don't know, but it will happen. And it's a real problem. They do. They follow. It's a real problem. And when I stand up in a store, people tell me, shh, 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 crazy. And they look at you like you're crazy. But don't I have as much right to say, no, I don't want to fucking do that? Like, I really don't. I never have. When they told me I had to graduate from high school and stay in school, I said no. Yes, the police chased me, meaning I was truant. But that was about money. They didn't really care if I was educated, okay? So I never stayed in school. When I moved to the United States, I was told, I can't move there. They'll find me. They didn't find me. I moved here. I'm just fine. When I do anything and they say you can't, I'm going to make the decision based on what I want to do, not what you want me to do, and not what somebody in authority, because you're not my authority. That does not mean I'm going to go on you and go crazy and do something awful to you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if I'm trying to get a hamburger, right? Don't even look at me, man. There you go. If I'm going to get a hamburger, so what you're saying to me is, I need to inoculate myself, cover up like I'm in a snowstorm to get food, a basic right in this country. What is that? That is wrong. Everybody needs to speak up now. Everybody needs to, paid off. Wait, hi from the UK, insomnia paid off. Yeah, no, it's terrible. And some of them are like this. Look what I just got. Look what I just got. I got it. I'm keeping you safe. You're not keeping me safe. Oh my God. I just literally got kicked off a face page again. But here's the thing. They use a public. Yeah, I know. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing that I was raised in a crazy abusive house with mindfuckers from hell, and then had mindfuckers around me and narcissists and addicts and alcoholics fucking with my head my entire life to the point that I thought I was crazy. Because, okay, when somebody tells you it's your responsibility to take care of another person other than your minor children, okay, or somebody in your care, but when somebody tells you you're wearing this because it protects them, that is what an addict says, okay? Oh, he's a creep. Olstein. That's what an addict says. An addict says, okay, when you're a child of an alcoholic, you are taught you're responsible for mommy's emotions and mommy's headaches. You made mommy sick. My mom used to pull that shit all the time. She made me sick. Get her out of the room like that. Okay. So that's blame shifting. And I'm not responsible for her health. She needs a mental health day. She needs to go to the spa or something and do something. It was constant like that. What I learned when I went into therapy is I'm not responsible for, I mean, unless I drive a car into the side of you. Okay. I'm not talking about the obvious responsibility, but I am not responsible for another. Yeah, mommy drinks because of you. He'll kill. My mom used to say, your dad's going to shoot us all because of you. That's what she used to say to me. I'm like, hey, there's the gun. Go for it. True story. And she took the key away from him. Maybe he was threatening to do it. Yes, she's responsible. They're both responsible for themselves. No, seriously, it was crazy. It was crazyville in there. However, having said that, what I learned is I am not responsible, Vancouver. Hi, Vancouver. I am not responsible for another person's health or another person's mindset or another person's emotional outbursts or lack of emotional outbursts. I'm not responsible for any of that because I choose to speak my truth, and you have some wacko reaction to it is on you. Because I'm healthy and you choose to get sick for whatever reason you think you're sick, that is on you. If you are sick, you take care of yourself. I'm not responsible for you. They will tell you in every Al-Anon meeting. You are not responsible for another person's health. You are not supposed to caretake them. So the government has us believing that we are supposed to caretake every single human on the planet. That's impossible. That's a no-win situation. That's what is that? That's I don't know what to say that is, but that's some mindfuckery from like some really good alcoholics' houses, right? Yeah, that's some. I'm not doing anything for anybody. I take care of myself first and my health, and I am healthy because I exercise. I wish I could eat hot Cheeto fries or whatever. I wish I could drink. I wish I could shoot up drugs. I wish I could do all of this, but I can't. So I've decided to keep, let's see, my boyfriend's mom. Yeah, exactly. But I wish literally that I could do all the things that people do. I'd love to go out and fucking shoot up and get high as a kite and be like, yeah, I don't care. But I can't and keep myself healthy. It is my responsibility. People tend to think when they, it's very weird. People tend to think when they, drink and drug when they're like 20 to 50 and then they get sick, they're like, oh, poor me, I'm sick. No, it's not poor you. You had 30 fucking years to clean your act up, eat properly, and stop with that crack smoking or whatever the hell it is you're doing, right? Steroid shooting. They got a whole bunch of kids on steroids right now. What do you think their bodies are going to look like? What do you think their bones are going to look like when they get to be my age? Really, it's not going to be good. There's going to be broken down kidneys, broken down livers, mental problems, cancers. Do you remember that guy? I think it was Lyle Alzado. There's a name from the 80s. Anyway, Lyle Alzado, football player, I believe. He got some crazy cancer from all the steroids he was taking, some kind of brain cancer that like grew because of that, right? No, good. There you go. I don't do anything, but no, you have to, but when you get arthritis or you fall and break a hip or you do this, you're putting yourself at the mercy of other people to caretake you. You remember Lyle? He was dating somebody. I'm trying to think. I can see it in my head and I can't remember the name. But anyway, the reason that he got cancer so crazy, like it just took his head over in 3 months, was because he was shooting up on steroids, right? Yes, exact. Oh God, LSD in the drinks. Yeah. Oh my God. I do remember that. It is so hot in here and the air does not work correctly, unfortunately. Yeah, let's go down. Here I go with the air conditioning again, you guys. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Anyway, there you go, garlic. Yeah, Oakland Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders, exactly. So when you're looking at, I'm not saying you can avoid getting ill because you probably can't. Like we're all going to get sick, right? We're probably all going to get sick at one point. Hey, apple cider vinegar. Oh my God, I remember drinking it pregnant with Jason. That's probably why he's so, angry sometimes, because I felt the baby move. He went in my stomach. Anyway, when you, no, I haven't done anything in 35 years. Because, okay, look, truthfully for me, I learned from the house I grew up in, if you're going to do drugs and alcohol, you're going to put yourself in a position where A, you don't see enemies around you. And I learned that very quickly. People on drugs and alcohol let very shady people into their lives, and they don't see what's going on, and they assume people like them, and they assume people have their best interests at heart. That's not true. You can't see. Your energies, you're blocked, exactly. Secondly, if you get into trouble on drugs or alcohol, any kind of trouble, DUI, I don't know, you rob a house, whatever, they can manipulate you for your entire life. And that's what they want to do. Not to mention what it does to your body. Not to mention what it does to your body. It's a complete control. And to me, it's under government control. Exactly. And sugar's the same. Sugar's one of the, look what they did. They put huge big gulps out there and told little kids, get a big gulp. Kellogg's in the 1920s. There you go. She murdered her boyfriend. Okay, that's going over the edge. But she probably didn't, I can't. Kellogg's, the cereal company in 1902, I think, decided to market Kellogg's cornflakes, and then it became other kinds of sugar cereal, as a health food product. It cost 2 pennies to make, and they sold it for 50 cents at the time, and then $4 later on. I'm not gonna lie, I have jelly beans in here. Anyway, they sold it for $4 later on for a box of filler, okay? When you're going to Kentucky Fried Chicken, you're eating filler. When you're going to McDonald's, you're eating filler. And I told you, I had a friend that literally owned a Taco Bell. That is when I stopped eating Taco Bell, because the meat for Taco Bell comes in a comes in a plastic bag. They put a tube into it and they pump it up with some kind of saline and salt substance. Yeah, that's right. I'm gagging. So I didn't eat meat anyway, but that's, I don't put a lot of meat into my mouth. But even then, where are the restaurants getting it from? We don't even know. If they help you, they help you. You do whatever you need to help yourself. But when you're looking at things, if you allow yourself to be an addict in this society, number one, there's 2 ways it can go. You can be completely controlled by everybody around you, which is to prompt shame on you, meaning they put shame for the bullshit that you do while you're high and drunk, right? Like whatever bullshit you're doing, right? Whatever you do, they use it against you for the rest of your salt and pepper, exactly. They use it against you for the rest of your life. You did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. Okay, we all get that, and some of us haven't even done this or that, and we still get it from doing not this and that. So they use it against you. If you're in any position of power where your money can be taken, you're put, Cash's Pixie Clay, exactly. I can't do Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I can't do Taco Bell. McDonald's I haven't eaten in 20 plus years. I just can't. And I didn't eat the meat. I never ate the meat. I ate the French fries or the ice cream. I will eat a McDonald's ice cream at times, I guess. Taco Bell's, I don't know what to say. But the problem is when you put yourself in a position of not being in your right mind, you put yourself in under their control. They can control you. If they can control you, they can do things to your children. They can take your children. Those 2 little boys in California, Oren and Orion, his mother, whatever she fucked up, it was brief, and I think it was a drug thing, and they took her babies from her, and they decided that somebody else would be better parents. Where are those kids? Why do we as a society allow this? Somebody should be fighting for that mother to teach her that she should get her kids back. Her kids were taken. What's that? And now they're missing. Where are those missing children? Yes, Yes, yeah, it's exactly right. They take your children. Where are these children? Yeah, I know, I'm saying, but where are these two little boys that go missing, these sweet little boys? One was a double Leo and one was a double Gemini. I just was looking up their charts today. But where are they? Where are they? I know, that's exactly right. They're not dead. That's exactly right. They were sold. And they were sold through the system by a woman that allowed herself with children. I was very, very fucking aware when I had children, and all mothers should be, because your own family can turn you in. Even if you're a psychic, they can call you crazy. That's where my fear came in. My kids are grown, and you're welcome to Jason if you like. He's an adult; he can make his own decisions. But when you're looking at it, look in his basement. When you're looking at it, okay, and you work as a psychic, they can fuck with you and call you mentally ill. So if you were on drugs and you were a psychic, you're really fucked. You're putting yourself right there to be called crazy, mentally ill, and take your kids. If you're sober and you're psychic, that's probably not going to happen because you have your wherewithal and you're doing a business. But they will do it. I was told that all the time. People threaten me all the time with that shit. Oh, what if they find out you're psychic? You're crazy. We can take your kids. If they don't like what you're doing. This whole world is based on manipulation, control, and how they can take you. Never let yourself be in a vulnerable position. Be like Cassius Clay. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Be like Cassius, right? But that's what happens. And people think that it's their right. Oh, I should be able to go, have a drink, get drunk. You don't know what's going to happen. Your family I know they were. You're right about that. I was just going to do a video on it. I'm trying to do it. I'll probably do it tomorrow, but that's accurate. I feel very much. See, your son's 20 today, but you got to tell him, don't put yourself in that position. Do you know how many kids go missing, young adults, but because they sell sex for a living, or they're strippers, or they're needle junkies, or they're tattooed, or they were drug addicts, or they ran away from home, and they do that shit. Do you know how the authorities will not pay attention to them? And if they find the body and the body has drugs, they're not going to look for your kid or who killed them. They're not going to. They judge it. Don't let them do it. And if they do judge it, get on their ass like that. So there, I almost said like a Scorpio, sting like a Scorpio. That with their little tails. Those little tails come right up over their head and they're like, what'd you say? But yeah, no, it is. It's very much. And people, because we're human and we are so divided, people believing the lies, but no, they don't check facts. They just refuse. I had the worst argument yesterday, and I'm not going to say with who, but I had the worst argument, and it made me really feel bad. But we got into an argument about the existence of the Luciferian life. Yes, exactly, like a walk sideways like a crab. Crabs do walk like that. They come into the room like that. But anyway, an argument over whether the existence of the devil was real. Like, does the devil really live? And I'm like, well, you can't go to a Catholic church that does exorcisms. Well, I don't believe that. Well, I don't really believe in God. Well, what the fuck are you doing in church? Oh my God, total argument, and off it goes, right? Like, what the hell? But if you have morning, you're going to have night. So if you have dark, you have light, right? Right. Yeah. If you have dark, you have light. I mean, I literally, yeah. And what about, well, those shoes were used as a distraction because they were talking about net neutrality laws as far as Face Page and the other places go. Well, everybody was focused on that. They were on the internet talking about the control they can have over information being spread on social media. That was in the court systems while we were worrying about that guy's shoes. Now, first of all, he's completely doing what you think he's doing. It's not just PR. He's being a prick. And he's putting, first of all, who died and said you could put blood in someone's shoes? Do you want my period blood? Hello, Kelowna. Do you want that? I mean, like in the shoes? Because, I know what he is. But they distracted us with that in order to talk about social media and what they were going to allow legally on social media. So they are using the CEASORING on the social media in order to justify it for misinformation. So that's the first part of saying I can't say what I want to say. And it is aggravating to me that I can't say what I want to say. I want to say and speak the way I want to speak because that's who I am. Thank you all so much for the super chats. I want to speak and say what I want to say because I want to say it, not because I care if you agree with me or not. If it is misinformation, is it not your job to go out and see what misinformation it is? Like, can you pick up a book? Can you read through several sources? Do you have to quote Instagram? I mean, what is that, right? So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that, but it's very strange to me. It's very strange. I don't like being told I can't communicate. I will communicate the way I want to. I'm not going to be told I can't. And, when you think about it, Nelson Mandela was locked up in jail for 28 fucking years because he spoke out against apartheid. 28 years for speaking. I'm going to speak. I'm still going to speak. You cannot operate off of fear. Your life's gone anyway. No matter what you think your life is, it's not the same from this point on. Human beings have to actually stand up to keep. I'm not at the mercy of anyone telling me that I'm not free. I am free. You trying to tell me I'm not free is a problem. So it's a problem. Yeah, we really need to pay attention. And people like, oh, it'll change. Do you realize a year and a bit ago, it was only going to be for 2 weeks that the face coverings were on? 2 weeks only. Just 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Flatten the curve, y'all. Flatten that ass of yours. Flatten that fucking ass. 2 weeks to flatten that ass. What do you think of that now? I mean, personally, if I hire you in my house, so let's look at the United States of America as our house because we are the citizens, and we hire somebody to work in our house like a nanny, a psycho nanny. We'll call them the governors, the president, the people in Congress, and there are nannies in our different parts of our house. And suddenly the nanny in the house is telling you what the fuck to do. That's not what the hell we hired them for. So I do not understand in any way whatsoever at all. It drives me so crazy that I can't even. And yes, I can't talk to people because if you're going to run around broadcasting, what about HIPAA laws? Why do I need to know what you put in your body? I don't give a shit. Are you going to show me what you did at your pap test? Are you going to show me your pap test paperwork? Because HIPAA laws say you're not supposed to ask me what the fuck I do to my body. So why are these people going, oh my God, look what I got. I got it. I'm special. I got it. No, you're not. You're mental. You're mental. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Should I tell you about my pap test? I think I might tell you guys about that. I mean, never trust a nanny. Exactly. Never fucking trust a nanny. No, but it's really a problem. Like I really, really have a problem. I don't care what you do to your own body, but when you get sick, okay, when you get sick, you have a good, no, it is, but it's a fact. But they're going to say, we're going to get an app on your phone. So you're going to get your phone with an app. And you're going to show the app your paperwork, not the store owner. So when you go up to the store owner, it's going to be like the Starbucks CVQ code or CR code. And you're going to hold it up there like that. And the store, let's call it Best Buy, let's call it Apple. And you want your fucking Apple iPhone or your computer. You're going to hold the QR code. That's what it is. And the QR code is going to verify that you have done your pap test and that you can go in the store. What? I can't even. I get so angry. I can't. I don't want to. I didn't agree to it. And compliance, people, is not virtuous. You are not moral because you comply. You may feel you're moral, but that does not make you a good person because you are doing what people ask you to do without considering the reality of what you're doing, and they cannot consider it. We don't have the letter F, doggy, apple, approved yet. So it's been on the market less than a year. And let me just give you an example of that. Do you remember back in the 60s? I don't, but I remember the outcome of this after, okay? I remember the outcome of this after. Oh, now look at this. I'm now restricted for 7 days. Do you see this? It was 3, it's now 7. Now I've been restricted. You can't post. You're posting and follow community guidelines. Well, your fucking censorship doesn't follow the government legislation that the American people, the First Amendment to free speech that we put into order, mother effers, right? Oh my God. Anyway, I can't even, yeah, 7 days. It doesn't matter. The problem is, I will get my word out anyway. I will stand on a street corner and say what I'm going to say. Always, okay? I've never shut my mouth in my life. I've been smacked in the face. I've been choked. I've been punched. I've been kicked. I've been thrown out in a snowbank. I've been left in a gas station in a snowstorm. I've had all of this shit happen. I'm not going to shut up. If you're doing something, I'm going to say it. But here's the problem. But it isn't. They're going to say it isn't, okay? They're going to say it isn't. Here's the problem. The problem is, if we don't stop stuff like that from happening, I should be allowed to say something. What I posted was actual facts. The shit that I posted was from what was going on in my homeland of Canada. And I posted over here about this guy, Robert Redfield, the former cat director. Okay, I'm speaking in code. Cat director. And his opinion of where the crotch 19 came from. That's on CNN. That's not false what I posted, unless you're telling me CNN is false. But that's not false. So you're taking it down. Why? Why are you taking it down? Yeah, I am a Canadian, of course. I'm still a Canadian. I'm still a Canadian. I'm not American, I'm Canadian. That's what I am. Anyway, apparently in Canada they have camps. Yeah. For the people. People are camping in Canada. Exactly. People are camping. I can't say it. But you get the point. So if they are stifling speech, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. I mean, no, that was Facebook, face page. Face whatever. I'm just going to cut it down. I left it open for Keith's page, but I'm actually going to cut it off. I don't really want to deal, and I've been saying this, I don't really want to deal with an organization that chooses how I should speak when I'm getting something off a CNN website. I don't really want to do that. When I called up to disagree with what they did, they told me, we're sorry, we don't have any people to check into your thing. So here's the thing. When all of us were so excited to get on the internet, on social media, so excited, I am so excited, we didn't read all the words, right? And so now we're used to it, and now they have control. I don't need them telling me what I can say, or I don't need anybody, but it's interesting that we're allowing it to happen. Yes, yes, bingo, bingo. There you go, bingo. So it's real, yes, one little thing at a time. But I posted something from CNN is what I'm saying. I posted something off the mainstream media. I didn't post anything else. I posted what that guy said, and they thought, no, we can't have him. We can't have him. No, 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 no. Yeah, I know. It's just, they're getting us one by one. We really, well, life is unfair, that's for sure, but we really, really need to shut things down. Like, we really do. It's horrific what's happening. Horrific. Oh no, 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 no. They just found this little girl's body. No, 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 no. That's horrible. Um, but yeah, you get silenced. I'm prepared to die for my mouth. I mean, it's just the way it's going to be. And here's the thing. Why the freaking hell? Okay, it's scary, the unknown. It was scary giving birth. Like, there was a human when I was 10 and people said, one day you're going to have a baby. I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Okay, because it was scary. It's like, what do you mean I'm going to have a baby? Where's that baby coming from? Right? Exactly. And a bunch of them. Exactly. So where is that baby coming from, right? But then when they tell you, we're going to kill you, you're supposed to be afraid. Why am I going to be afraid of something my son has already done before me, and your parents have done before you, and some of your other children have done before you? Why are you afraid to die? Because every single person dies. So why are we afraid to die? I don't get it. And if we weren't afraid to die, we'd open our mouths and get in people's faces about that. So I don't understand, but yeah, that's what I see too. Yeah, exactly. It's very corrupt, but we're allowing it. We are weak. We are pathetic in the fact that we don't stand up. I'm humiliated at myself. It's disgusting. I should be out there. I should be in the stores, but I'm a compliant little biatcha because when I want my ice cream, I got to go into the store. So I got to comply. But I should be causing fights everywhere, everywhere. We should all be saying no, 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 but we don't because we're compliant. You know, there you go, bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, seriously. So it's really sad. I'm very sad. I'm very sad at the state of human beings. It is against, it is. It is, but what are you going to do when they say you can't go on to Delta Airlines because it's a private company and they say you have to wear shirt, shoes, and a raincoat? Mother, you know, what are you going to do then, right? What are you going to do then? You're going to say, no, they can't? But see, back in the day, they didn't used to let black people into stores. Do you remember? Or they had to go in through the back gate door or in the hotels, or I don't know. I wasn't around then. It's kind of sickening. But you remember that? But yeah, you won't fly and neither will I. But what about when you need food and they say, no, you can't go in here without doing that? What about when you just want to go out with your grandkid and get an ice cream and they're like, sorry, Baskin Robbins, you can't come in until you show us the QVC code. What are you going to do? The fighting, it's too late then. We allowed it to happen. You know, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's not the king. I nobody's a king, okay? Just Jesus. Yeah, right? Make one. But you can't buy the ingredients to make one. They won't let you in the store. Then what? What about when you want a car because you want to go, like me, I want to go to Palm Springs all the time. But what if they won't deliver it to your house because your house has a big X outside? Your house has a red X. You have a scarlet letter on your house door because you won't comply. Yes, people in apartments in big cities, you're correct. But what's good? That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. It's unbelievable. I know what it is. It's unbelievable. We're going into it. We're going into it. Yeah, but they're not playing a dangerous game. They're winning. We are a year and a half, 2 years later with 2 weeks. They're winning. So yeah, I'm like, whoa, why am I here? I don't want to be here. I don't know how I incarnated during this time. It's ridiculous. But I do know we have to fight. So I have to find my representative and I have to look into the law. I know nothing about the law, as in I don't know how you get a bill passed, but I would like religious freedom because when I pray to God, God has told me not to put those substances in my body any more than I'm supposed to put crack in my body. So if God is telling me that, I don't think I should be told to go against what God is telling me. Not my religion, but God. God spoke to me. So that's the way we have to approach it. God spoke to me because they can't really question that. That's what pastors say. That's what priests say. That's what whoever. So God spoke to me and said it would be bad for me my Heavenly Father to do this, like it is to smoke crack or ingest rubber. I don't know, whatever. So that's what I'm going to have to say. But we need to have a law in place, which they took out of place. We need to have that law back in place, to put that in place right now, so that people like us who speak to God, and God speaks to us during our prayer, because, you know, Muslims get to pray at lunch, or it's not lunch, but whenever they pray, they get to face the sunset, and they get to take time to do that, right? They get to do that. So when my God says I can't do this, what about Hasidic Jewish people? Hasidic Jewish people choose not to use electricity on certain times of the week. Are they going to be forced to? Or is that what they're going to have to do? I don't get it. What, you know, Mennonites, I don't know if that's a religion or just a belief, but Mennonites do, you know, whatever they do, right? Oh, totally, totally, totally. You seen hamsters in a cage? Running around the wheel, I'm going to get out, I'm going to get out, I'm going to get out, says your little hamster, till one of them thinks about how to get out and the others stay in the cage afraid. Yes, it is all you need, but yet it's not happening that way. What if the private company says, no, nobody can get on here regardless of what code or what this, it's our private business. We don't do this. What are you going to do? You're going to have to sue them individually. Do you have the money to do that? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but we've got to fight individually, and I'm going to be starting this week. That's all I can tell you. You know, that's all I'm going to say. People got to grow. I can't get back into Canada. I cannot get into Canada. My relatives are in Canada. I don't need an ID card. That's a tattoo, like, you know, like in World War II, they tattooed them. That's an ID card. Your number is 8465. That's your ID. I think we should just tattoo us on us. Just put the numbers on us. Why aren't they saying that? So I can't get back in. A lot of us can't get back in. So we have to grow up and now start fighting back instead of thinking we have no control. I really believe that. I really, really believe that. So I'm going to find out who my representative is. And as soon as I can get to Yoga Pants, I'll get to him. But that 8465, exactly. But as soon as I can find where I need to go and what I need to do legislatively, then I'm going to call Arlene up, because Arlene loves to get signatures. I'll bribe her with coffee or something, maybe a donut, coffee, whatever she wants. I'll bribe her, and then she can help me get signatures. And I feel like that's what I have to do. So that is that's my next project. I just feel like that's what I have to do. Yeah, it's a tan. I know. Why do people? Okay, stop. You're right. It's whatever on the thing. Here's the thing, people. Don't ask people with skin problem what's wrong with your skin. Why? Why are you gonna ask? You can see something's fucking wrong. Don't ask. You think you want to answer what's wrong? Hey, you got a zit on your face. Stop fucking asking shit like that. Yeah, I know. I can see in the mirror. I'm not blind. Right? Exactly. But I feel like, I know, right? Like if you have zits all over your face, my God, are those zits? Are your teeth, did your tooth fall out? Do you have zits? What's wrong with your arm? I don't fucking know. Actually, my arm's had this red rash my whole life. I think it's a birthmark, and then it's hyphened by the sun, because I think I'm really Irish. Okay, so what we all have to do is we actually have to find out. I know they do. It is rude and toxic. They always do it. They comment on you. It's like, what happened? Yes, melasma from pregnancy. Hello, I got melasma under here. But here's what I would say. We all have to find out in our cities and towns exactly what kind of legislation legally to get a bill on the ballot, which you guys learned in school, but I'm not American, so I don't know. I learned a whole different kind of thing. We got to learn like how we can do this to actually prompt legislation into moving for people who God speaks to, because God is saying to some of us, we need to keep our bodies our temples. That's it. That's just what's, I'm pregnant. That's right. That's what we need to do. But we actually need to find out, even if you're one person, all of us one persons in our one neighborhoods, asking questions and standing up. And remember, pick Pepsi over Coke, and don't fly Delta, because these people are putting restrictions. No. Okay? Because first of all, here's the thing. Very good question posed to me by a family member, John, who loves to say shit to get me going because he thinks it's funny, because he knows. Okay, so he says, don't you have a responsibility, right? Don't you have a responsibility to tell somebody if you have HIV/AIDS? Technically, morally, yes. But you, if I'm having sex with you and you choose not to wear a condom, that's on you, not me, right? You should ask me. Now, if I lie to you, that's a different thing. But you should ask me, and that's on you. I am not responsible for you. I'm responsible for me. If you want to crawl up in my bed without a condom, that's your own trip. And I really believe it. That's why people will ask, do you have this? Do you have this? People can still lie. I don't know what to say. It's your job. You know, if you're allergic to peanuts, then I guess you need to tell the cafeteria, are there peanuts in that? Are there are there peanuts in that? Because I'm not going to eat that if there's peanuts in that, right? I'm allergic to cats. Do you have cats in your house? No, really. If I'm going to come stay with you, do you have cats? I'm really allergic to cats. So, right, I'm allergic to eggplant. I'm fucking allergic to eggplant. So, I mean, that's kind of on you. I don't need to make all of the world responsible for my fear, my illnesses, my food disorders, my mental illness, my OCD, ADD, whatever. Right? I mean, do I? I don't think so. Just saying. Right, cats are fluffy. People are not fluffy. Cats are fucking fluffy, okay? Stupid ass man. You look fluffy. Are you trying to pick me up with that line? Because you're lucky I don't sock you one right in the chops, buddy. Exactly. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. We don't really need presidents in the way that it is right now because they can't really get anything done, right? Right? Exactly. Okay, how about this one income crap? And wait, what's the one? Let me Google that. What do you mean one income? One income? Shut up. Who are you going to give control up to that? Oh yeah, I'm going to get married so that I can stay at home and raise my kids, which is what we're supposed to do. But all you women out there know that if you stay home and raise your kids, your fucking man bringing in the paycheck is going to make you accountable, unless he's a really special guy and doesn't do that. And I haven't met very many of them. He's going to question you like a mofo to find out what you're spending. And if you want to go get a boob job, an ass lift, I don't know, 16 pairs of shoes, you're not going to get it. That's what's going to happen. Because he's not going to let you. Yeah, okay. San Diego, one income. Tell me about that. San Diego, and then I'm going to leave in a few seconds, one income, because I got to go see baby Jack. San Diego, one income. What is this nonsense? No. Okay. Income limits. What is it? Okay. I have no idea what it is. It's not saying what the one income is. Good. I have a Samsung's another big one too. Nike. Yes. Nike, Coca-Cola, and Delta. And they think they have a right. They think they have a fucking right. How many times were you stuck on an airplane? Because I was stuck on many. I was stuck. Oh my God. Okay. So funny story. So I had my period really bad that day. That's not the funny part of the story. I was doing Montel, and I remember, because I don't use the bathrooms on flights, because I can't make myself go in there, because I'm like, oh my God, who's been in here? I just can't. So anyway, I'm just taking care of myself. I'm not eating or drinking, you know what I mean? And I'm flying from New York. I did Montel, and I'm flying into Burbank. So the guests of the show were on a different flight to LAX, and I am stepping over the threshold. You know that the thing you see on the airplane, the little line when they pull up the thing? I'm stepping over that in a snowstorm, and my friend texts me, right? She left 5 hours earlier. Sloan, don't get on the plane. We're still on the fucking tarmac. Because you know you can't leave once you go over that threshold. So I tried to turn around like this and got pushed on there. 57 flight backlog. JFK, 57 planes, one of which was my friend going to LAX. She does hypnotherapy for people that have been alien abducted, Yvonne. Anyway, she's on that flight going to LAX. I'm going to Burbank, right? Yeah, Montel Williams, correct. I'm going to Burbank, and I'm sitting, there's a bunch of celebs on the plane because they're coming back into, Burbank to go to work, a whole bunch. And I'm sitting there, and first of all, I want you guys to check this out. First of all, there's a lady sitting in my seat. So I'm like, excuse me, is your seat C15, whatever it is? And she's like this, she doesn't speak English. And I'm like, well, my ticket says this. Can you show me your ticket? So we call over the stewardess. She shows her ticket. You're going to love this one. Somehow she's on a flight to Miami. I'm like, oh shit, am I on the Miami plane? Am I on the Miami plane? They're like, no, you're going to Burbank. I'm like, well, she's going to Miami. So she needs to go off the plane. She got through there and she's going to Miami, but she's sitting in my seat and I'm going to Burbank. Figure that one out. Security and all. Anyway, I'm sitting on the plane and I kid you not, there's me, and I'm in the middle. There's somebody on the outside, I don't know who, and there's like a 20-something-year-old kid by the window. The kid looks at me and the pilot's like, put on your seatbelts. They do that shit. They know damn well they're not getting off that tarmac, okay? They know it. But they're putting us through that, and the kid, this is battery's gonna run out. Anyway, they're putting us through that. The kid in the seat beside me, okay, he's like, just so you know, I just popped 2 sleeping pills. So like if I don't talk to you, it's because I'm asleep, right? 6.5 hours later, this kid wakes up and he goes, where are we? And I'm like, we haven't left. Oh my God. Literally, we haven't left. We haven't left. You are still in New York on the tarmac. Yeah, I know. His face was like, what? And he starts looking around. I'm like, no, literally, we haven't left. We have not left. We have not left. And I couldn't stop laughing. And at this point, I'm standing up because I'm so ADD. And I'm like, you know what? Can I get something to eat? And they're like, no, you can't. Sit down, miss. Sit down. And I'm like, are you going to arrest me? Because I'm fucking hungry and there's no food and I've been trapped on the tarmac. 8.5 hours later, I was on that flight. 8.5 hours. You can't just kidnap people. Who kidnaps them? I couldn't get off that plane. So I started talking about my period. I actually stood up and I'm like, do any of you ladies, are you PMSing or have your period? Because I have my period right now and I need food. And I started going, yes, 8.5 hours. Literally, no food, no nothing. They gave us some water and maybe some soda. I don't know. But I can't even remember. So people were like handing food over and I was running up and down the aisles like a bad child. And they're like, you have to get in your seat. And I'm like, I can't. And I was going up and down the aisles. It is illegal now. I was on the flight before it was illegal. It was 2008 or 2009. Coming out of JFK into Burbank, honest to God, I was like a little spaz up and down the aisles. I was like, I'm going to stretch. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Then I would sit on my seat. Literally, I would sit down when the stewardess yelled at me and I would turn around on my knees and look up over the seat like a kid and start looking up and down the airplane just to fucking drive people crazy. I could not stop. And then the ones in the back started acting up and people were up and down and we were like marching up and down the aisle. I was so aggravated. Like I was like, let me off. And they're like, you can't walk across the tarmac. I'm like, why? No planes are landing. No planes are taking off. I should think I should be able to sled or ice skate across this thing. Oh my God. Anyway, that's what happened. Yeah, no, we were imprisoned. It was obnoxious, but they tell you it's a federal crime if you leave the plane. And I'm like, I'm willing to go to jail. I'm willing to go to jail. I am. Yeah, willing. No, it was 8.5 hours, literally 8.5 hours. The kid was asleep for 6.5 hours when he woke up. Funniest thing, he's like, his face was like, what did you just say? No, they don't let you leave a plane. I was stuck on that plane in the snow, in the bat. Oh my God. I was like, plane jail. Yeah, and for some reason, my phone would not work on it. Yeah, I was like, no, I did. I did start narrating. I started talking about like home birth, what I ate, what my belly looked like, how hard, I just really started doing that. Yes, I did. I started talking about my period and what I get like with PMS and how aggravated I get. And, I bleed through my pants. I mean, I was that person on the plane. And then they were like, people were like, shut up. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. I cannot shut up. And that was it. Oh, yeah, I'm sure everybody was like, shut her up. But actually, other people, other people, no, they're the freaks for putting you on the airline. Other people were start talking about everything. There were several like celebrity actors on primetime TV at the time. They started saying shit, and it was the funniest thing up and down the plane. But actually, people were in huge, like, puffy winter coats. The plane didn't have air. I was like, oh, and you can't break those windows out. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't get out. And if they put those things down, the police actually come to arrest you, which might have been a fun thing, except it is a federal charge. So no, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted food. I think they may have gave us some pretzels or something. But once you eat a pretzel, then you're like, you know what? I think I need a hamburger and a steak or something. Chicken. Do you have chicken nuggets? I would have taken anything. There I would have eaten anything. Yeah, no, that's true. It was coming from JFK to Burbank. And when my friend took off, we talked the next day, and it was no booze. No, they didn't give out booze. No, the poor kid, right? He took his sleeping pills, 2 of them, terrified of flying. So all the way when we're flying back, we got back in 5.5 hours. All the way back, this kid was awake like this on the seat beside me. He kept his head straight. He wouldn't look out the window. We put a movie on, and he was like this, staring. This was him. Oh my God, it was just stupid. They changed the law. I don't think it's more than 5 hours now. I think you're right. I don't need to go on a Mexican airline. I don't need to die, basically. Oh, okay, you guys, I love you all so much. I know, I love you all. I'm going to visit Baby Jack and Rascal Pants. And that is what I'm going to do. So I will see you, let's see, something Buenos Aires. Exactly, Buenos Aires. But I don't know if you mean Buenos Aires or Buenos Aires. The city or Buenos Aires. There you go. I love you guys. I will be updating you on my local whoever who's up the street, district, whatever district I live in. I should know this. I can't believe I actually have to approach this. This is so not me, but I really feel it's important for kids, for Rascal, for people, so that I know, I'm a subsidiary of Rascal Pants District. He's overall the district, but we have our own little districts. Bye, you guys. Mwah. I will talk to you later. It's like I'm making out with you guys. I'm not. Okay, bye. Bye, Bobby. Baby Jack, he's got treats. Lila got chocolate. They got it. Okay, bye, you guys.